the technology landscape has been excellent as far as India is concerned, right? Two big things. One is the whole adoption of cloud and the kind of cloud services industry boom that you've seen across the service industry and the product industry, right? Several of the companies have gone completely digital, right, and moved a lot of infrastructure from regular data centers into the cloud, and several organizations have kind of upskilled people from several across different domains and become um, cloud experts and moving a lot of stuff into cloud. So that's been one big thing I would say. The other thing is common applications, right? Starting to use AI, and people are using AI in a big way, whether it's a business presentation that you have to make, or whether it's a music that you're creating, right? Or whether it is in the finance industry that we are doing the whole fintech analysis that they are able to do and so on, has been phenomenal because of all these companies able to adapt to AI in a big way. So I think those are the two big things that I think that has happened extremely good for Indian companies, Indian service industry, and overall the adoption of tech in India, right? The other big thing is the ONDC and kind of several ONDC platforms that are coming out, right? Thanks to the great UPI infrastructure India has got, and several applications are built on top of it, right? And the whole UPI going outside of India, and several other companies accepting UPI as a mode of payment, and many other countries want to implement UPI and so on, having some great wins as far as the technology landscape of India is concerned.
I think 2023 has been a very, uh, uh, it's been an amazing year actually. And from a technology provider perspective, India has been at the forefront of embracing next-gen technologies, which is evident across many industries, right? And let me just give you three examples. Let's take the case of India's transportation and logistics sector, which has witnessed a surge in adoption of cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, cloud computing, machine learning. And this has led to remarkable expansion. Just look at the sheer growth in this industry, which was maybe about $190 billion in 2019, and reaching about 400 odd billion in 2023. And the projections are that this industry will grow at a CAGR of 8% and above, and hit $650 billion over the next 5 years. So just imagine the kind of opportunity which it presents to the technology industry per se. Let's look at India's retail landscape for a moment, which continues to be a significant contributor to India's GDP and as well as employment. In fact, India is expected to be the third largest consumer market by 2030. Such a rapid growth can be attributed to, of course, the legacy physical stores which we have had in the country, but also with the rise and advent of e-commerce. And the e-commerce growth has not only been in tier 1 cities, but it's been very well established and adopted by tier 2 and tier 3 cities. In fact, recent studies have shown that the amount of orders the platform companies are getting from tier 2, tier 3 cities far started to exceed orders from tier 1 markets. And the only way for retailers to capitalize on such growth opportunities would be to streamline their operations, improve their inventory management, get their costs down, and deliver a more personalized experience in terms of frictionless shopping to their customers. So, and all this again is an opportunity for technology providers. Look at India's quest to become the manufacturing hub as big as China, and the initiatives like Make in India, backed up by incentive schemes like the PLI 2.0 across various sectors, is helping boost manufacturing in India, and to realize the vision of being a global manufacturer, transforming from a domestic consumption manufacturing country to a manufacturer for the world. Indian manufacturers will have to enhance their existing operational efficiency, move from pen and paper to far more advanced uh, technology, interventions, like progressing towards Industry 4.0. So technologies like 5G, IoT, AI, VR, machine learning, all these have started to really, being talked about, and a lot of customers are engaged in figuring out how to make best use of these cutting edge technologies to streamline their businesses.
One is the whole talent adoption that is happening in the overall tech industry, meaning several of the large tech giants and large service companies have not been recruiting at the pace that we would like to recruit, or that they have been recruiting in the earlier years, right? That adds a lot of pressure to people who want to come and join the industry, and kind of creates a little bit of imbalance in the ecosystem, because we have been having consistent growth in the amount of people getting in the tech industry, and the amount of people that we have observed from the college and the fresh grads who have kind of been the fresh blood, and moved the industry together. So that is a big change, according to me, right? And a worrying thing in 2023 that happened. I think in like 25 years or 24 years of the IT industry boom here in India, we basically saw a lower uptick in the number of people joining the IT workforce, or in the workforce, or the growth trajectory going down like how it was not in the last 25 years. That was a very concerning aspect of 2023 for the tech ecosystem or the tech industry of India.
The challenges for the tech organizations emanate from their customers' problems, right? And as I spoke earlier, it's clear that India is fast and embracing next gen technology at a very fast clip. So the trick for tech organizations is to really keep pace and be ahead of that curve in being able to make use of the opportunities and really solve the pain points of the market per se, right? The challenge that Indian organizations face today is which technologies to adopt and how to go about doing that, and who should they work with. There's so many choices, and technology is really growing at such a fast pace that it becomes really difficult for Indian organizations to really keep pace, and that becomes in a way a concern for the tech organizations. And as I was sharing some examples with you, for manufacturers, it is they are looking for improving quality, faster cycle times, better inventory visibility and flexibility, and also meeting regulatory compliance. Uh, this is why they will need solutions that can uh, really help them to see more internally, know more about what's happening around their business, and really do more to become much more agile, uh, optimize their plant operations, uh, look at what's happening in real time, as well as be able to align to changes in the market, right? So simple solutions like warehouse management systems, MES, in-plant logistics, using simple technologies like barcode and RFID will be extremely useful for them. Uh, Again, I talk about the retail industry. For them, it is about managing out of stock situations. A customer walking into a shop and wanting to buy a piece of garment and his or her size is not available, it's a lost sale. How do you reduce shrinkage? How do you have the ability to support omni-channel fulfillment at an extremely low cost, and at the same time improving customer service to enhance customer loyalty? Those are challenges which retailers face, and solutions which really present real-time inventory visibility to retailers, help their associates to collaborate with each other seamlessly, ensure there is task management to get the cost of operations and get the best productivity out of their workforce, are really crucial in ensuring the success of these retailers. Uh, Again, I come back to the transportation logistics sector, which is very, very crucial uh, for the Indian market. The demands which they are facing today are higher than ever. Look at the volume, the way the volumes have grown by. I spoke about some numbers in your previous question. Uh, with staff being overextended, under pressure, uh, the demands of customers expecting information almost on instant basis. Uh, so visibility into every corner of their operations is so critical. Uh, how does technology help them to be more smarter, more informed, to ensure a flawless fulfillment? This can clearly only be achieved by the right technologies, right? Maybe for some of these TNL companies, solutions like fixed industrial scanning, machine vision can be a game changer for them. So I think there's a plethora of technologies available. It is different industries, different companies are at different uh, points in time of their digital journey, digital adoption and digital transformation journey. It is for tech companies to work with their customers through their partners to ensure the success of their ultimate customer.
Okay, there are multiple things that we could see what were the advancements, but I would, if I have to summarize, it is the adoption of cloud, the whole AI ML, and also the 5G revolution, right? The amount of data that we can transfer and the speed at which we can transfer, the security aspects on it, and people are talking about 5G in a box, right? You don't need to have a large network in a small confined area. They would be able to have a 5G setup, and you will be able to get all the benefits, the speed and everything of that 5G is ready to provide, right? And with that amount of speed of data and computing and edge computing becoming big, right? All this the confluence of everything, right? The kind of merger of all these things, and time has come for everything, right? That's the great thing. When all these technologies mature and the confluence is created, I think it'll be a big change. So according to me, it's the cloud, the AI, the 5G are the big three things that kind of was amazing in 2023, and the time has come for every one of them, I would say, and together it'll become formidable uh, tech influence in every aspect of our life.
Uh, the challenges are different for each of the industries, and there is some myriad of technologies available today. And technology, uh, uh, it's there is so many technology which has started impacting and being adopted by organizations across the country. It's really difficult to pick two, but let me take a jab at this. And for me, I think I'm not going to talk about the simple answers like AI and cloud and so on and so forth. But I want to really pick up two technologies which are making significant impact. One is of course 5G, and 5G not in the consumer market, but 5G adoption in industry, right? That's one. And the other piece is RFID. And RFID has been around for many, many years, but the adoption rate of what we are seeing now is really, really amazing. I read some research from AMR. The India RFID market, which was valued at about $500 million, is estimated to grow threefold, more than threefold by 2030. Um, and we've seen studies where we've seen decision makers in India are really keen to adopt some of these technologies and get benefits from them, especially in retail, manufacturing. Now we see them entering into organizations in transportation logistics also talking about adoption of RFID at large and massive scale. Uh, you know, I think this technology can substantially bolster inventory visibility, really solve the problem of out of stock, uh, really help you to prioritize your assets, workers, track your goods for really a enhanced level of efficiency. That's one. And I think the second piece is around 5G, uh, which has already started to make an impact on the consumer side of consumption. But the use cases of 5G in business have also started to evolve. Uh, Mobile devices are really helping workers get more work done, right? You see all the entire workforce being equipped by some kind of a mobile device uh, across industry sectors, because it really helps not only communication, but also ensures that there is better governance of workflows and task management. Uh, I've already given you examples in retail, uh, manufacturing, warehouse, where the associates can really better assist their customers, increase their level of uh, productivity, and get more accuracy. With 5G, I think again it's 5G maybe coupled with Wi-Fi 6 are going to be again game changers for the Indian industry going forward.
we are in a we are in a place where in the AI world, we used to hear things that were happening or news that were coming out in the AI thing every year. Then it was probably like month and week, and now it's days, right? Every day it is changing. I think all of you know what's happening with Sam Altman and the whole open AI, and he getting removed, he being added, right? So there's been a lots happening, specifically the last 7 8 days. It is absolutely interesting to watch how these trends will play out and what 2024 would look like, and specifically the OpenAI team basically asking or confirming or basically having tweets that is coming out saying that they had been able to build a model which is AGI, right, and not AI. This is a big thing, right, for the whole tech world and for the human race itself. They claim that they are very close, or they have basically broken, or they have basically achieved AGI. Is what the claim from Sam Altman was a day prior to he getting removed from the CEO as the CEO of Open AI. Right, it has been the biggest difference between AI and AGI is where AI is mostly retraining on our models, and still human input is required for the AI to perform the tasks that we want. AGI can basically find out reasons, right? It can correlate cause and action, right? It can learn by itself, right? It's a big advancement that we are talking about, and it can change the way we live if what they claim is true in the next coming years, right? Going into 2024, if we have truly achieved AGI and the speed at which the advancements are happening, it is phenomenal, right? I'm sure the healthcare industry would have more robotic doctors performing surgeries, right? Because the amount of data it can calculate and the speed at which it can calculate, and it having common sense, right? And be able to put cause and action together, right? And do things is going to be phenomenal. So I feel it can be a big breakthrough, and exciting times. Probably we'll be competing for jobs, and we'll be competing for everything with robots, right? Whether from music industry, whether to the fintech, to healthcare, to lawyers, to programmers, to scientists, right? When AGI is achieved, or you're close to achieving it, probably what we thought would happen in the next 3 years or 5 years is happening now, or happened already. It's there in the wings, right? To be commercialized and to be brought into products and applications and daily things that we use, is going to be awesome time, right? It's not a sci-fi movie anymore, and we'll be living in a world of AGI. So that's what is exciting in 2024, and I expect things to be. It's like opening the floodgate, and things are going to roll out very fast if what they have claimed is true.
That's another interesting question. It's a little bit of crystal ball gazing. Uh, but if I were to take a jab, I think one of the biggest breakthroughs this year has been, some companies successfully demonstrating generative AI on mobile computers and tablets without needing the connectivity to the cloud. Now, that's going to be a big game changer in my view. On-device execution of GenAI has the potential to empower frontline workers with new capabilities, right? So it really smartens up your frontline workers. Uh, I think the as I said, uh, other technologies around Industry 4.0, where uh, you talk about adoption of 5G coupled with RFID, Wi-Fi 6, 6E. Uh, uh, I think they again uh, are in the advent of earlier adopter stage right now, and we will see widespread adoption happening next year and beyond. I meet a lot of manufacturing companies, and almost every large manufacturing setup, including SMB and including small and medium-sized industries who want to compete and be competitive across the world, are talking about how do they make their factories smarter, right? And as I mentioned, uh, being smart or adopting uh, technologies like Industry 4.0, it's not a single ship. It's a journey in itself, right? You can start with transform from pen and paper to technologies like AI, or pick and choose various modules from the Industry 4.0 framework to suit yourself, to suit your industry, to suit your customer, right? Uh, but essentially, I think the progression of mobility in industry, adoption of newer technologies of machine automation, automation technologies, RFID, and the software around it, around uh, using AI and machine learning to help predictive forecasting, demand forecasting, helping workflows, empowering the frontline worker. Those are the technologies which will really be of very large scale adoption in the coming years.